It's thin, it's light, in fact so light that you start to wonder if Apple accidentally shipped you an empty box. It's the iPhone Air, Apple's latest attempt to reinvent the wheel by removing the tire. On paper, this should've went crazy. I mean, it still is a fantastic phone all things considered, and quite honestly, I feel as though this phone represents classic Apple more than any other, maybe even in the last decade, but the public doesn't really seem to care. Reports say that the sales are so bad that the iPhone Air 2's release have gotten delayed indefinitely, which, coming from the company that could sell a rock if it had MagSafe, actually says a lot. Wait. Apple is going to start selling a 3D printed sock for your iPhone for $150? I was joking! So, what happened here? Why did Apple build one of its most impressive pieces of engineering and somehow made nobody want it? Let's talk about it. Sup, Brian? As I mentioned in my last video, it was really hard for me to get an iPhone 17 Pro Max, and I was witnessing delays for up to a month for those who chose to order online, the same with the regular iPhone 17s. Upon my many interactions with several Apple stores across the city over those weeks, they all basically said one thing: sorry, we're all out. All we have left are iPhone Airs. I see a lot of people online saying that the iPhone Air's targeted audience was more for tech enthusiasts rather than regular people. And quite honestly, I feel like that is just straight up cope. Making an excuse for a phone you know is too expensive for what it provides is not a valid argument. Apple doesn't market to enthusiasts. They clearly wanted this phone to have mass appeal, which is why they overshot on production. You can still like the phone. It's a great phone, but let's just be a little more realistic here. And though I may think I know why it isn't selling, it's definitely not because of the design. It legitimately feels like a piece of future tech. Apple clearly spent years aiming to make this possible. But then you think, possible for what? Love it or hate it, one thing for sure is that this thing is kind of confusing. The Air lives in this weird middle zone between the regular iPhone 17 and the Pro, but it isn't really better than either one of them. That ambiguity likely confused and turned off buyers too. It costs around $1,000, which already sounds premium, but it's missing key Pro features, like the full camera setup and larger battery. Basically, it's a diet flagship, but Apple forgot that people don't like paying full price for diet anything. If you're spending $1,000, you're already mentally in the treat yourself mode. So when the Pro is sitting there for just a bit more, it's almost impossible not to upgrade. It's like Apple built a phone specifically designed to make the Pro look like a bargain. A bargain, much like the sponsor for this portion of the video. You know how the iPhone Air is all about being thin? Yeah, apparently that includes the battery life too. That's why I've been using this, the ESR Cryoboost 3-in-1 magnetic charging station, which might be the most over-engineered piece of desk gear I've ever loved. It wirelessly charges your iPhone, Apple Watch, and your AirPods all at once, so instead of juggling 3 cables like it's 2012, you got one clean setup that stays out the way. It does its job right every time. It's got MagSafe certified fast charging that locks your phone into place with this perfect magnetic click. And here's the coolest part, literally inside is ESR's exclusive Cryoboost cooling system, a mini fan and heat dissipating design that helps keep your phone cool while charging at full speed. Now, most chargers slow down when things get hot, but this one brought the air conditioning. The result? Faster, more stable charging without your iPhone turning into a pocket toaster. So yeah, if Apple's going to make the thinnest phone ever, at least keep it powered with something smarter. Grab the ESR Cryoboost 3-in-1 magnetic charging station in the link below and get some air to cool down your air. So let's talk about the branding and Apple's obsession with thinness. Apple's been chasing the thinner is better dream since the original MacBook Air. And you know what? With the Mac, the iPad, they really pull it off. But those made sense because weight and portability matter for laptops and tablets. With a phone though, it's already in your pocket. It's not like people were out here complaining that their iPhone was too heavy to lift. It seems like a bad trade-off more than anything. So when the marketing iPhone leaned hard on thinness, people just didn't connect with it. It's like Apple tried to sell a solution to a problem that no one had. Sure, it looks great, but you lose battery capacity, camera depth, and even some cooling efficiency. A phone that is visually stunning but runs hotter, lasts shorter, and does less is just not going to cut it. And the irony, people don't even want thinner phones anymore. We reached a point where the general public may not know a lot about their phones, but there are things that they know they want out of it. Good cameras and a reliable battery. Most of us would gladly trade 1 extra millimeter of thickness for an extra hour of battery life. And it's no telling how good the iPhone Air's battery is going to be several months to over a year down the line. But here's the interesting part. This might not actually be a full-blown failure. Apple has a long history of experimental devices that didn't sell great but taught them something big. In the end, the iPhone Air proved something kind of poetic. Even the company that built its empire on less is more can still overshoot it and end up with less. It's gorgeous, it's futuristic, it's probably the most impressive phone you don't actually want. And you know what? I respect that. It's Apple experimenting again, and I'll take a weird, ambitious flop over another safe iteration any day. It's a cool phone, but an even cooler idea. So hopefully they can refine it in a way where they don't compromise its identity, but more so fit what most people want out of a phone in general. They do have their work cut out for them though, because I'm sure it won't be easy. Every few years, Apple makes a phone that is a bit different and sells terribly. The iPhone Air is the new 5C, the new Mini. And just like those niche iterations of the iPhones, there is a strong vocal community behind them. Many people who have bought them really like them. Like really like them. My friend, Get Mads, an Air user, is one of them. And he sent me a voice note. And I'm sure he's going to share the same sentiment that a lot of iPhone Air users have.
Hey Ron, so I thought I'd give you like the down low of what the iPhone Air has been like. I've had it for a couple weeks. And you know what? I bought this phone initially out of spite. I thought, hey, here we go. Here's the worst deal out of a lineup. And I have so many friends who have dogged on this phone. You know what? It looks kind of cool. It looks like my aesthetic. I like the sort of white. It's like the closest Fruitiger Aero phone I could get, which is an iPhone. I have had non-stop compliments from people with this phone. We're, oh, wow. Oh, did you get a new phone? Oh, whoa, that's nice. Whoa, which iPhone is that? Lots of normies bloody love this phone. And compared to all the nerds online who are, complaining about how cringe it is or, my little friends making fun of me for it, you know what? I don't really care. And I don't think the majority of people do care about the things people are complaining about. Does it have the best camera? No, it's only got one camera, but it does a good job at it. Does it have the best battery life? Apparently not, but I haven't been able to tell whatsoever, and it's way better than my previous phone, so it's a win on my book. I don't know, I really like it, and I definitely didn't buy it because the other phones were out of stock. Definitely not.
So what do you think about the iPhone's Air identity? Would you actually buy the iPhone Air 2? Let me know down below. And if you would like to support the channel and get something in return, check out my Patreon to get perks like getting access to videos early, getting your own Ryan avatar made, and more, along with my Ryan and Ryan Pro subscribers, Vasco, Francisco Beck, and Miss Game. Thank you all for the support as it keeps me dropping videos consistently, and thank you, viewer, for watching. If you want to see more of me, you know what to do. I do feel kind of sad knowing that the iPhone Air probably won't begin an update anytime soon, if not ever. And I feel extra bad for the people who have moved from one niche iPhone to this niche iPhone. Like, haven't you guys suffered enough?